Hello Beatle friends, and hello to everybody else watching. Great to see you all today. Hope you all are doing wonderful. Welcome to another Beatles vinyl collection video. In this Beatles vinyl collection video, I'll be showing you the original UK pressings of the Beatles singles released from 1962 to 1970. I'm also going to show you a couple of bonus records. Most of the UK pressing singles will be either first pressings or second pressings. And before I begin, I want to say thank you all for watching the unboxing video of the new Beatles singles collection box set released a couple weeks ago on November 22nd. Thank you all very much for watching the video, and thank you to my new subscribers. If you just subscribe to my channel, welcome. I appreciate your subscription and watching my videos. Stay tuned for more future videos, and hope you enjoy yourselves watching my videos. And before I show you the records, let me show you the singles collection box set just one more time. I kept the shrink on this. I cut open the side here. And I want to say that I still haven't played any of the records in this set. I wanted to leave this set in mint condition, and if I ever get another set, I'm gonna keep that set sealed, and then I'll play some of the records in this set. But really love the packaging of this box, and I'm glad to have it. A quick note before I show you the original UK 45s. Unlike the 2019 singles collection box set, which the singles are designed with the sleeve art from foreign pressings of the singles around the world, the records here, pressed in the UK, are placed in the company sleeve by both Parlophone and Apple. They didn't make picture sleeves for the UK Beatles singles until Strawberry Fields Forever. They made a picture sleeve, and then Let It Be, they made a picture sleeve. So hope you enjoy seeing the original UK 45s, and let's begin. First one I'm going to show you, Love Me Do, back with P.S. I Love You, an original pressing on the red Parlophone label, and this is the variation without the Made in Great Britain under the Parlophone logo. And this is the back of it. The record's in the white sleeve. Let me show you the back of the sleeve here. And the Parlophone portion is different from the front side. Here's a close-up of the record. It's in nice condition. There's another copy of the same single, Love Me Do, back with P.S. I Love You. The record is an original, but the Parlophone sleeve here looks like a reproduction, but still cool. Close-up of the record. This is a different variation, because under the Parlophone logo here, you can see Made in Great Britain. Next record I'm going to show you is their second single, Please Please Me, back with Ask Me Why, with the original Parlophone sleeve. Back of it. The record's in the white sleeve here. Let me show you the back of it one more time. And this sleeve is not a replica. It's an original. Here's a close-up of the record. This is the variation without the Made in Great Britain note under the Parlophone logo. And this one's in nice condition. Here's a second copy of the same record on the red Parlophone label, pressed in the UK. There's a mark on the label here, but luckily I didn't pay a lot for this copy. And this is the same variation as the copy I showed you. It doesn't have the Made in Great Britain text under the Parlophone logo. Here's the other side. Once again, the sleeve is an original, not a replica. Close-up of the record. This one, despite the mark on the label here, the record plays great from start to finish. This is the second and last Beatles single in the UK to use the red Parlophone label. This is a short-lived pressing of the Please Please Me single with the red Parlophone label. After about a couple months, they designed a new Parlophone label for subsequent pressings of this single, as well as the rest of the Beatles singles on Parlophone. We'll use this particular label. Here's the second variation of the Please Please Me single on the black Parlophone label, the black and silver Parlophone label. This particular copy doesn't have the center punch, the center hole punch here. It was punched out. This record was my $1 find at one of my local record stores. Sadly, this record didn't have a sleeve. I purchased the record like this, without the sleeve. And here's a close-up of the record. It's also missing the center hole punch here. Ask me why side. There's another copy of the pressing I just showed you, except it has the center hole punch here, and it's in the Parlophone Company sleeve. Close-up of the record. Someone put their initials on the center hole punch here, but this one's really nice. Next is the Beatles' third UK single, From Me to You, back with Thank You Girl. This one doesn't have the company sleeve. This is a replacement sleeve. And the Parlophone logo is large on here. Close-up of the record. I have two copies of this particular single to show you. This is the Beatles' fourth UK single, and a monster hit in England, later to be a monster hit here in America. She Loves You, back with I'll Get You. And this one doesn't have the company sleeve. This is just a replacement plain white sleeve. Close-up of the record. This is a different variation because on this copy the Parlophone logo is smaller. But it does have the Parlophone Company Limited, recording first published 1963, which indicates it's a circa 63-64 pressing. I'll Get You side. Here's the second copy of the same single. This one I bought at one of my local record stores here. And on this copy, the Parlophone logo is larger compared to the one on this copy. Close-up of the record. This one's in wonderful condition. The next record I'm going to show you is I Want to Hold Your Hand, back with This Boy. This is the Beatles' fifth UK single. And this one doesn't have the center hole punch here. Here's a close-up of the record. As you can see, the Parlophone logo is smaller on this copy. But it's still a circa 63-64 pressing. And here's a second copy of the same record. I Want to Hold Your Hand, back with this boy. But this one has the center hole punch intact, unlike the other copy I showed you. And it's the same pressing. The next record I'm going to show you is the Beatles 6 UK single, Can't Buy Me Love, back with You Can't Do That. This is the first Beatles single released in the UK, in which they put the sewed in UK text on the center hole punch here. Close up of the record. As you can see, the Parlophone logo is smaller on this one, but still an original. Nice original copy. Next is the Beatles' 7th UK single, A Hard Day's Night, back with Things We Said Today. This one is in the Parlophone Company sleeve, made in the UK by Parlophone. Here's a close-up of the record. Record plays great, both sides. And as you can see, the Parlophone logo is larger on this copy. Someone wrote their name on side 2. The next Beatles single I'm going to show you is I Feel Fine, back with She's a Woman. This is the Beatles' 8th UK single. Close-up of the record. Here's another copy of the same single, the same pressing. This was a record store find, and this one is in brilliant condition. Close-up of the record. Next Beatles single I'm going to show you is Ticket to Ride, back with Yes It Is. This is the Beatles' 9th UK single. Close-up of the record. This one's in nice condition. Next is the Beatles' 10th UK single, Help, back with I'm Down. This one doesn't have the Parlophone sleeve, just a replacement sleeve. Record on this one is in nice condition. You basically see sleeve marks on this one, but it does play great. Both sides play great. Next Beatles single is We Can Work It Out, back with Day Tripper. This is technically a double A side, and it's the Beatles' 11th UK single. This one is not placed in the Parlophone sleeve. Close-up of the record. Here's my second copy of the same single that I purchased at my local record store earlier this year for a nice price. And it's in the Parlophone sleeve, made in England by Parlophone. Here's a close-up of the upgrade copy in real nice condition. Next Beatles single I'm going to show you is Paperback Writer, back with Rain. This is the Beatles' 12th UK single. Close-up of the record. Next up is the Beatles' 13th UK single, Yellow Submarine, backed with Eleanor Rigby. Close-up of the record. I have 3 copies of this UK Beatles single to show you. Strawberry Fields Forever, backed with Penny Lane. This is their 14th UK single. Close-up of the record. This one's in near mint condition. Here's another UK copy of the same single. This one has the original picture sleeve made by Parlophone in England. Unfortunately, it's damaged on the side. Both sides are damaged. As you can see, the picture sleeve is cheaply made by Parlophone in England. If not handled carefully, it will tear up easily. Here's a close-up of the record. Someone put the Strawberry Fields Forever sticker on the label. And this is a solid center, as you can see. Here's my 3rd copy of the UK pressing of the Strawberry Fields Forever single with the picture sleeve in better condition. Unfortunately, the sides are brownish color, but it's in much better condition than the other one I showed you. It's not torn up. Here's a record, same pressing with the solid center hole. And this one is in much better condition. Next is the Beatles' 15th UK single, All You Need Is Love, backed with Baby You're a Rich Man. Not in a company sleeve, but in a plain sleeve. And this one is a second pressing because the first pressing doesn't have this note under All You Need Is Love. The first pressing just has All You Need Is Love, Lennon McCartney, and then the artist name and producer. This is a second pressing because they put this notice, recorded during live world television transmission. The first pressing doesn't have that note. And someday I like to get a first pressing of this UK single without the note here, the recorded during live world transmission note. Close-up of the record. This is a solid center copy. And though this is a second pressing, this is a circa 67, 68 pressing of All You Need Is Love, with Baby You're a Rich Man on the B-side. As you can see, there's a little damage there. Here's another copy of the same second pressing of the single. It has a center hole punch, unlike the other one I showed you. And the back side of this company single is interesting. Close-up of the record. Next up is the Beatles' 16th UK single, Hello Goodbye, backed with I Am the Walrus. And this one's a new find. This was the UK pressing I was missing in my collection for the longest time. Didn't really bother to try to get a original UK pressing of this single, but I finally got it and I'm happy. Close-up of the record. Next is the Beatles' 17th UK single in one of my recent finds, Lady Madonna, backed with The Inner Light. The sleeve is not an original. And I didn't pay that much for this single. I paid much less for it. Close-up of the record. This was the last Beatles single to be released on Parlophone in England. Next up is the Beatles' 18th UK single, and the first one to be released on the Apple label. Hey Jude, back with Revolution. Here's a close-up of the record on the Apple label. Here's a second copy of the same single and an upgrade copy, because the copy I just showed you has some marks on the record. But this one I found for a nice price at my local record store, and it's in real nice condition. And this one's in the Apple black sleeve. Close-up of the record. Back of it. Next up is the UK export copy of the same single, and this one has the picture sleeve. And this is an export copy. It was not for sale in England. There's a close-up of the record on the black and silver Parlophone label. Next up is the Beatles' 19th UK single, Get Back, back with Don't Let Me Down. This was the last single by the Beatles to be released in mono in England. Close-up of the record. Here's an upgrade copy of the same single. This was one of my recent finds earlier this year at my local record store. And the sleeve's in wonderful condition, and so is the record. Here's a close-up of the record in wonderful condition. And this is a Out Centere label, just like my other copy. Next up is the Beatles' 20th UK single, The Ballad of John and Yoko, Back with Old Brown Shoe. And it's not placed in this Apple sleeve. This is a fancy Apple sleeve, because the corners are cut here. The record is in the white sleeve, the plain white sleeve, as you can see here. This was the first Beatles single to be released in stereo in England. And this was also the last Beatles single with the sold in UK text in the center here. Close-up of the record. This one's in nice condition. Old Brown Shoe side. Next up is the Beatles' 21st UK single, Something, back with Come Together. First single without the sold in UK text. And a woman named Sue wrote her name on both sides. This is one I'm going to need an upgrade copy of. Here's a close-up of the record. Sadly, Sue wore out the song Something. Something's not really listenable on this copy. The first portion of the song is worn out. So I'm going to need an upgrade copy of this. Hopefully I'll get it for a nice price at some point. But at least I have this UK pressing of the single for my collection. But despite something worn out here. The song plays through without any issues from start to finish, no skips. Next up is the Beatles' 22nd and final UK single they released before their split in 1970. Let It Be, backed with You Know My Name, Look Up the Number. This is a solid center label, as you can see, and someone wrote their name on both sides. And this is in a plain white sleeve. Close-up of the record. And finally, here's a second copy of the same single with the picture sleeve made in the UK. It's got the flip backs on the back here. And the picture sleeve's in nice condition. Close-up of the record. This one's in better condition, but it is missing a center hole punch. It has been pushed out. Technically, it's a push-out center, center hole punch or push-out center. But still, this copy plays great. Both sides play great. That's all 22 of the Beatles' original UK singles released from 1962 to 1970 in the UK. I'm going to conclude this Beatles UK singles collection video by showing you copies of the Free as a Bird and Real Love singles as bonuses. Here's the Free as a Bird single. This one is a US pressing. I have yet to own the UK pressing, but the UK pressing's identical. No difference with the sleeve or the record, but the label's different. Here's the record. US pressing. The UK one's different. But the content is identical to the UK pressing, so no big deal. Here's a jukebox strip that comes with the record. On the B side is Christmas Time Is Here Again. You get the uninterrupted recording of the song, followed by the Beatles' Christmas greetings and a John Lennon pastiche at the end, which you hear on the 1967 Christmas record. And last but not least, Real Love, backed with Babies in Black. The version of Babies in Black is from the Beatles' Hollywood Bowl concert in 1965. And this one is a UK pressing. It's got a hype sticker right there. And here's a close-up of the record, which is a UK pressing. It's on the silver embossed label. The letters are embossed on this label. And here's the other side, Babies in Black. Recorded live at the Hollywood Bowl, 1965. That's all the UK singles I'm going to show you for this Beatles UK singles collection video. I showed you all 22 of the Beatles core singles released in the UK from 1962 to 1970. As well as the Free as a Bird and Real Love singles as bonuses. Hope you all enjoyed seeing everything in this collection video. And once again, thank you all for watching my unboxing of the new 2019 Beatles singles collection video. If you haven't watched the video link is in the description box. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Talk to you all later.